Have you ever wondered what a potentiometer is? If so, then this video is for you. A potentiometer is an adjustable resistor whose resistance can be adjusted using this shaft. I know it sounds like a fancy term, but I'm pretty sure you've encountered this before. That's because potentiometers are used in volume controls in analog equipment. Online videos usually explain this using animations, but how about we take apart the actual device to see what's inside? Well, inside we have conductive material, which is usually carbon or conductive plastic, and the ends of that conductive material are connected to these two electrical terminals right here. And so far this part acts just like a regular resistor. However, the interesting bit is right here, which is the wiper. The wiper in this case is made out of sheet metal. It is spring loaded and the end of the wiper makes contact onto this conductive film. And of course the wiper can be adjusted by turning the shaft. And this means that the resistance between the wiper and the ends of the potentiometer can be adjusted by simply rotating the shaft. Let me demonstrate this real quick. We have one probe of this multimeter connected to one end of the potentiometer, and I will use the other probe as the wiper. Now let's contact the film somewhere close to the end, and we get a really low value around 2.2 K. And now let's see what happens when we move the probe along the conductive film. As you can see, the further away we get from the end of the conductive film, the larger the resistance gets. And close to the other end we get the maximum value, which is around 6.8 K. In case you're designing schematics using pots or you try to understand some already made schematics, here are the schematic symbols that you should know. And now that you saw what the insides of a potentiometer looks like, I'm pretty sure that the symbols are self-explanatory. These are obviously the ends of the pot, and this is obviously the wiper. So what are they used for? Well, for example, we can apply 0 volts here and 1 volt here, and in that case, by turning the shaft, we get an adjustable voltage at the wiper between 0 and 1 volt. This can be, of course, read by a microcontroller and used inside a piece of code, or it can be used in order to adjust an analog circuit. Another typical example would be to ground this end and apply an audio signal to this end, and in that case, the closer the wiper gets to the end with the audio, the louder the volume. So I hope this makes potentiometers a lot clearer, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're interested in more content related to electronics and programming. That's about it. Bye.